This is a Bitcoin. It is pretty much it's a peer-to-peer virtual currency. Let me see if I can pull that up right here. So, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin says just that it is a peer-to-peer. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer currency. Peer-to-peer means that no central authority issues new money or tracks transactions. These tasks are managed collectively by the network. So, yep, that's what their website says. But pretty much, you can trade your real money, like real money, for bitcoins, which are files stored on your computer, or flash drive device, any sort of device, and they can be used as money on certain websites, etc. In fact, I have a list of the websites that accept it right here, and there's a couple of different ones, such as there's one that actually, some of them were created for Bitcoin, such as Bitcoin Gadgets, which is a site that has electronic gadgets with international shipping at bitcoingadgets.com. See, there's a whole bunch of these. Well, let's see, for gift cards, you can buy gift cards with Bitcoin, Bitcoins at bitcoincodes.com, which sells Xbox Live, PSN, and Game Time codes. But now may not be the best time to buy PlayStation Network gift cards. Just letting you know. If you're watching this from the future, then a couple days ago, the PlayStation Network was hacked, and a bunch of credit card numbers were reportedly stolen. But anyway, also there's stuff like professional services, like Bitcoin consultancy. There's a whole bunch of different things. You can find that list at, if you go to bitcoin.org and then click on sites that accept Bitcoin, it'll give you the whole list. Also, I have the trading site up, or the share site, Bitcoin charts, and it looks like right now 1 Bitcoin is equal to about $8 US, which is and also about 7.5 GBPs, 11.5 Brazilian dollar, or Brazilian. What's the Brazilian currency? Sorry. The Brazilian reals. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm not really good with the South America currencies. Anyway, so that's all pretty neat. But they're referred to, if you see BTC anywhere, that will generally be referring to Bitcoins. For example, 100 BTC. But a Bitcoin, like I said earlier, it's a file, or it's a binary number associated with a Bitcoin address, which is stored in a file on a flash drive, device, computer, whatever. So, and it says, I'm reading this site and I'm paraphrasing, but how are new Bitcoins generated? They're generated by a network node each time that it finds the solution to a certain mathematical problem, which is difficult to perform and can demonstrate a proof of work. And the reward for solving a certain problem is being automatically adjusted so that in the first 4 years, 10,500,000 Bitcoins will be created. And then the amount is halved each 4 years, so the next 4 years there will be 5,250,000, etc. And then, let's see, currently there is Let me see. Sorry. This information. Okay. Wow. There's 6,220,800 bitcoins currently in existence. And it says that around year 2140, the total number of coins will remain static at 20,999,999.9769 bitcoins. That's a lot of bitcoins. So that's a lot about it. And then also, lots of people are wondering how can they get their own bitcoins to make purchases on these sites, or just to invest in them in case bitcoins become like an international currency. If you go to let's see, Mount Gox, which is at mtgox.com. Then let's see, or you can go to just the bitcoin.org, and you can find it from there. But if you go to Mount Gox, you'll get a page saying Mount Gox 24/7 Bitcoin exchange, and then there's a little sign up / login button, and it says what bitcoins are. There's a buy bitcoins button, sell bitcoins, and advanced trading. And then it pretty much tries to convince you to make an account here by saying 4 easy steps. 1. Make an account. 2. Add some funds. 3. Buy or sell bitcoins. 4. Withdraw your converted funds. Sign up today. So, yeah. And then it has a graph on the homepage showing the price over the last 48 hours, which is useful to show whether you really want. This is something that you might want to invest in. Right now, it appears that it's going up at this point, so right now it would probably be a pretty good investment. But that's bitcoins for you. There are a bunch of sites that accept them, and I cannot list all of them here because there are many, like, as in, it's a wiki page, sort of like Wikipedia, and it fills up a really good sized page. Let's see, gosh, can't even count them. There's a whole bunch of them. So, go out, you can check it out at bitcoin.org, just check it out. It's really neat, a really neat idea. Though I have to say that I don't think it'll be around for a very long time. I'm pretty confident that if not the U.S. government, then some government will shut it down. Because this is not something that a government would want. People exchanging their currency for this virtual currency. So, or there's actually some people are thinking that these bitcoins may just be a hoax, and once you get the bitcoins, now most people are able to use them, but they're thinking that once a certain number of bitcoins are purchased, then all the sites that accept bitcoins will begin to reject them. So the person who whoever originally distributed the bitcoins would have made a lot of money, and everybody else would be left with useless files. So you can try to invest in it. It may be one of the best investments you'll ever make, or it may be one of the worst. I'll leave that for you to decide. Tune in next time. Also find us doing some work at Garticles, which is at sasogeek.com. sasogeek.com. Tune in next time. Take you later.
Hey, GM friends, Drew Roberts reporting live from the kava bar. I got the podcast going on over here. And, yeah, just hanging out. So, drinking the kava, not the kratom. Yeah, come on. Yeah, go to Gregor. All right. Oh, yeah, that's better. I don't know if y'all can hear some background noise, but there was definitely background noise going on over there. So, we're going to have Chris hop on here in a minute. Constitutional Solutions. He's going through this thing we've been working on. Let me get this thing set up here. So give me just a second. I want to share this and bring some people in just a minute. Let me figure out if I can get this. All right. All right. Well, send the link. They should be here in a minute. So let me get them in here. I don't mind. Stream perfect join. All right, he's gonna join the stream yard. So give me just a second. Uh, Actually, probably better to have him join us X space. Let me see. I'll be right back. Testing 1, 2. All right, can y'all hear me here? All right, I think we got here, and should be good to go. So let me get this shared with some groups and get it going. Copy link. There we go.
So it's got to be more like this is like yes, see like
Well, theoretically, he's coming. We will see. We will see.
what the goal of the movie is
whenever you get a chance, can you make it strawberry toast the cracker? Yes. Thank you so much.
Can you hear me?
My mom came here today.
No, I just saw it.
You saw her taking your split?
Yep, the same time when I had to leave. That's all I'm saying.
She gave me your morning, she gave me her address later. That's so crazy. I mean, like, I would never get my mom to come to the house.
Oh, wow, okay. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Wow.
She didn't even come to say hi to you.
No, I'm not joking. I had to wait for my mom to come here, over, and she's like, no, but not she's not like, not because everybody comes to me, but it comes to herself, you
We're examining each other.
know. Seriously.
My mom will go back here Monday, Chris.
Okay.
Bingo.
Cards today. Very simple. I'm gonna do it all. All you gotta do, I'm gonna make a bullet. I want you to do this, a T and a cross. Like this, it's gonna be- we're gonna do three to four.
It's not very, I just think that the negatives are better than the negatives.
It'll be- all you gotta do is-
No, I wouldn't promote it that way either.
You would actually look like, and then do your normal swipe. You know, between. I'm giving you. It'll be listed out for you.
So you'll introduce.
I'll take over whenever needed.
Okay, that's fine. What did you guys? I was like, how are we gonna do it? Asking, I'm like,
It'll all be written out for you. We will have it memorized. What you win. More than likely, because it doesn't take more than 15 to 20 minutes worth of so probably around 4 to 8, 6. One black.
I'm gonna get my thing. I'll be right back.
it's okay, it's pretty simple, I'm usually.
We just came up with this one.
Well, I gotta get the button. I wanna make sure.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're not gonna do money. At the end, as we go.
Yeah. All right, yeah, go ahead. Verse 2.
I think I love like how.
Oh, it's
I
like,
did that.
we got all these numbers on the whole board, we just need that one. It's got
anything before here.
black out. Every night. It's probably gonna be like a
And I think there's
free
one
ride.
more.
Probably just free drinks.
Yeah.
And the last one is 20. Maybe free.
No, that's a good picture.
Yeah, I think the blackout one is.
Yeah.
What's
What's the Vino winning?
It's a 20.
Yes.
This is about you seeking.
Oh, those cookies, all one word.
Yeah, like, verse 5. Oh, yeah. And what he's saying is like, he's giving you restrictions. One body. And he's explaining the reason that one body is everything. All together in order to serve and our mission is to What else you got? Wait, it's just
Let's say, it's basically a
So, but if you, anything,
And
if you do, if you take
this
it
is true,
out
it's a little, like we
of
talked
this,
about.
small senior area.
Yeah, I want to support it.
All right. Looks like we got some people here. Majestic. How you doing, girl?
You don't.
Majestic. I'll be back. I'm gonna go in there.
This is awareness of it. But it's also
Hey, can you hear me?
But I know this is true. Even if people have it here before they die. Like I thought,
I mean, what are you selling some? You're just selling like some beads.
It's for both perspectives, like not only do you listen to her, but once all reminding us, hey, if we ascended it. What else do you for I got 14. Shoot for it. I got 15. So, or sorry, 13.
Hey, Majestic. Can you hear me?
No, I can see your
Can-
lips moving.
Can you hear me now?
No, I can't hear you. I just see your lips moving.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yep.
All right, I don't know why this one's not working.
Is that a weak one?
Do what?
Is that a weak one?
It is. You can take it out.
Oh no, man, you can smell it here. Are you smoking in here?
I did out there. It's probably
Yeah,
not
it's
close.
don't mind.
Yeah, no, I don't mind at all. You got a favorite cup? All right, can you hear me on this one? Adjust it. Can you hear me? I don't know.
No, nothing. Just background noise earlier, but
You understand the words coming out of my mouth?
no, nada.
I'll be back.
Spin the block.
Yeah.
All right, can you hear me now?
Perfecto.
All right, technical
Sí,
difficulties
señor.
behind us.
Got it.
All right, Chris is supposed to join in. I don't know. He's supposed to be here a while ago, so maybe. But I had a good walkthrough of the new websites earlier. He's going to pop on. I did the walkthrough on the spaces of the layer 2, the OP stack on EVM. And he's going to hop on and talk about the Alexandria chain. We talked about it a little bit last time on the spaces, but he's going to go into depth on the setup for it. So I can't see anything on the laptop, but I could hop back on to the laptop and yeah, that way you can hear me there, and we'll run it that way. So I'll use this as a remote control and use that for audio. Be right back.
All right.
All right, can you hear me now? I need some like headphones so that it doesn't have the reverb. Are you able to hear me then? Majestic. Can you hear me better now? Testing 1, 2, 3. I think you hear me.
Yeah, like you're telling I'm here.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
It's one that like a lot of people online are like hyped about. And usually when people are overhyping things up, I don't give it a shot and try to smell the shit.
Joseph, can you hear me? This is a cluster duck.
Why didn't you guys get Giannis yet? Still working on it. Yeah? Very good. As soon as you're having cold pieces, right? So counting kava, you heard that. You call me Tom. Cold Ellen is good.
All right. Where is everybody? Oh, Jessica, can you hear me? Sound like
No
a bunch of
audio.
Nigerians with technical difficulties. Can you hear me?
No, I cannot.
Mary Jane, you need a picture. Pick you up or a video. They won't let me add you.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Hey, do you smoke cigars? You all smoke cigars? Okay. All right. Testing. 1, 2, 3. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not, but we're going to talk about the blockchain, new layer 1, Alexandria. So I'm going to run through it until people get here. Give me just a second. All right. So this is from CS. We read this in space. Now let me get this other one. Let me see where we started in the space, because that was actually probably a good place to do it. So the layer 1 is a ledger of data saves and holdings of digital assets. The values on the layer 2, the blockchain of the south, and that's an OP stack with the AI compute over on cocoon.org. And we're going to use the layer 1 for the version control code for getfree.io and the external verification of authenticity, whether something's an agent or not, or even it is an agent. You can still pull a security camera down. You can pull data into the blockchain for verified proof of a transaction. So the thing that we're running into now is IPFS. We really don't trust it. So it's just too ephemeral. If we stop pinning the node, the AI loses its memory, and that's we need a sovereign agent. So the data side chain, or our own IPFS, if you want to call it that, that approach is superior. We're going to treat AI's memory, the Obliette logs as critical transaction data. The data sidechain with that approach is superior. We're going to treat that like we've got our EVM is the layer 2 that rolls down, or it's an optimistic roll up, and then data down in batches onto mainnet Ethereum. And then up there, we've got the layer 2 blockchain. And that's our EVM side chain from the layer 1. Now, the layer 1 is just a ledger of data, verified data on the chain that is a live stream of the real world and not an artificial intelligence world. So, or hasn't been, or getting it so like if they get flagged that they've edited the video live stream or the audio live stream using artificial intelligence, their address, their wallet address gets flagged as manipulative. It still can store the data. The data is stored, it's like it's verified input output on the chain, but the data is pointed to our own side chain for the data storage. And we're just going to initially, we're doing something like cocoon.org, so we can put it in the cloud because it's encrypted. So the nodes run just on Google Cloud. AWS sucks, but like IBM, Hedera, we'll run some of it on Microsoft. Like we'll use GitHub before we go completely getfree.io. We'll use that. So it takes that cocoon.org from Pavel Durov, the creator of Telegram, the Telegram wire. It takes that approach. And this is all written mainly in Rust. We've got a little bit of other things. The payments and everything for like the tokens and like the transactions, they're all done on the layer 2 on EVM. And that's the X402 communication to the agents with Google's UCP. And then we've got that's a Ethereum virtual machine layer 2, part of the super chain ERC20s and everything there. So the data side chain is a permanent incentivized storage. So that's actually where a lot of the fees of the layer 1, like when you verify a data source onto the layer 1, the Alexandria, you're paying for the hosting of that data on the side chain. So it's obviously it's going to be less for audio, more for video. If you're just putting a video or a picture from your Google Photos or Apple Photos, you're throwing your data on there. It's encrypted. You can choose who to reveal it to, and you can revoke access to it at any time. That's what this layer 1 Alexandria is doing with that encrypted data source. Only the certain wallets that have access to it, either through a token on that layer 2 or on here on the layer 1 or over there, can see what's over there. That's it. It's pretty straightforward as far as like the structure goes. What it does is separates the financial state, the tokens, from the cognitive state, the memories. It prevents the ledger from being bloated with data, but keeps the data over here permanent. I think that's the L1 natural data exchange, allowing for deployment on other blockchains for transactions and offloading the computation or data sets to our own ledgers and libraries. I'll go into it in just a minute. Let me go get this. Hey, can you hear me? Hello? Hello?
Yep.
Yeah. What's up?
All right. Is that? I can't tell where it's coming. Here you go. Am I loud enough?
I can hear you fine.
Yes.
All right. We've got Constitutional Solutions here. I'll just read in some of our text thread. If you want to take it over, I'm going to have to go over there to hear it. I got to get this other device. All these Graphene OS and Arch Linux, by the way. I didn't put this mic on there and I got it muted. I guess I could turn it on, but then I think it's going to pick up here. Maybe not. Let me see.
I mean, your background noise isn't too bad as long as you can figure out how to make sure you can hear us.
All right, try now. Let me see if I can hear you from the laptop.
All right, can you hear me any better?
Hello?
No? You can't hear me any better?
Nah, not the laptop. I didn't put the components in there right for the code. I don't really
Um,
do
Majestic, am I quieter than Drew?
No, you both are coming in nice and clear.
Okay. Yeah, Drew, you're gonna have to figure out how to hear us. And Majestic, I can't tell. Are there any other people watching?
I don't know how to tell.
Okay, I'll ask Drew. I just jumped in about uh, 5 minutes ago, so I caught the end of him explaining the multiple chain approach and what the goal or solution we are trying to implement is. I did not hear anything before that. Have you been here for a little while?
Yeah, we've been running for 51 minutes. You're way late. I was like having technical difficulties though, but I guess we got it going. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, perfect.
All right, good. All right, I'm over here
Now,
on the little chair.
is there anybody else watching in the crowd?
Yeah, it says like 80 people.
All right. So I only caught the last 5 minutes about the multi-chain distribution and our reason for doing so and the solution we are trying to mitigate. I didn't hear anything before that. I can
Yeah,
go back
just
and
start
watch.
from the beginning of our text threads and what we've been discussing, and then don't go on the equipment yet. We can go to the equipment later.
Well, what I'd really like to do, unless you want to prompt the questions, is allow people to send messages if they're watching. And if they have a valid architectural or software question or why are we going to be better than these other already established services or chains, I would really like to answer personal questions that might help to round out the conversation. Drew, are you frozen?
Yeah, he's frozen on my end as well.
Majestic, do you have any clarification questions on kind of what Drew was talking about, or so you can get a better you can visualize it better?
I haven't been able to hear him on this particular stream, so what I know is just from what he's talked about in previous.
Okay. So more or less, I don't trust anything else that has been created by someone else, especially multinational corporations or built upon like I can't take an OP stack or another person's library of code and just change it around. I have to start from scratch and build from the ground up. That way I know every line. If there are any vulnerabilities, I test everything. I can patch everything and modularly build it out in a way that ensures that during deployment there's no possibility for bugs and or crashes, issues with compatibility or running certain scripts or things like that. So for the last 4 years, I have been backwards engineering. So for, let's say, since the launch of I want to say since Solana became the third biggest chain. I have been backwards engineering how the top 5 blockchains work, how they are distributed, how they back themselves, by what proof method, and then conceptually rebuilding how I believe implementation would be perfect. From there, over the last 4 years, since the release of the first Gemini, I have, or actually it would have been whatever Samsung, so Bigsby. I've been backwards engineering how not only the infrastructure is built out, but how the back end operations for LLMs and AIs is architected, or how it runs, to try to identify gaps, flaws, and ways that they are losing capability, or not or pinning themselves into one computational structure or architecture, so that they can only run certain processes and can't actually, let's say, create 3D models or run physics engines, and then have been from the bottom up trying to figure out exactly how to build out not just a LLM that responds, but a architecture of modular engines and compilers and libraries and codexes that allow for everything from an LLM structure on a lower computational power device, all the way up to a quantum level physics engine that runs through a chatbot on a higher end device. And then just within the last 3 days, I came to a point where I decided that I, to the best of my ability or to what I needed, fully understood how these other companies run and how to re-implement from the ground up
Not you.
our own.
Yes, you're not a scammer. Everybody else is a scammer.
My morals and belief system will not allow me to. And that's the only reason why I never implemented anything before in the past, is it's my belief that everything from user data to the software they run to at the end user level to the data that they procure and share with the network for rewards, that it all is owned by them, that there are mechanisms to opt out of certain data, that there is, even if they're supplying us with like let's just use Hive Mapper or Dymo or SoarChain as examples. Those users, their data gets collected. Most cannot see the raw files of their own data. I believe that is not the correct method. I believe they should be able to utilize the data that they obtain themselves through their own hardware. And then they have no choice on if they want to not to lower their rewards that they earn by opting out of giving us exact GPS data or the VIN number of their car or whatever select data they feel that they're entitled to and don't want anybody else to have. So the way that we or I have been building this out is to ensure that one, it can run across all device architectures, and two, that it can more or less be implemented on any device without a cost for entry. Meaning, my goal is, and how this is structured is to allow for people to go to their storage unit or their closet or the drawer full of devices and old phones they have, and download one APK or one OS file, flash that onto it, and then create a dedicated cluster if they would like, or run it on one device. And all of the data that their conversation history, anything that they put into the AI, that would stay localized on their machine, except for the actual mathematics data points and sanitized information that would help or that is needed for the full chain operation or for the full LLM operation. So then from there, you would be able to give up or opt in to specific data and earn more rewards if you decide to share that.
Solution. You should throw on your video, if you don't mind. I know you've done it before on my thing a lot.
I mean, I've been coding for the last 24 hours, writing these 3,000 different new modules.
Oh, it's good. I'm not gonna pressure you into it. I'm not pressuring any of the girls. I'm saying if you want to, you're welcome to. Mary Jane's even showing her face. What's up, Mary Jane? What up? You like Pride Month? You're on mute. He told me he's on mute.
He knows. He knows.
I'm good. I'm good. I know how to unmute.
All right. Hey, y'all meet Daniel Davenport. He's running for governor of Georgia. He runs the space and defense shit. I don't know if I'm talking to a Fed when I talk to him or not. I just assume all three letters are on there. And I know Coranimus is a Fed, so it is what it is. Watch out.
Fed. Where's the Fed?
Am I able to share files or screens in here?
Yeah, but you gotta go on your laptop to do that. You use the same link.
Are you able to do it?
No, my laptop's Linux Arch, by the way, and I didn't put that on there either. The microphone don't work, things don't work. I gotta like put the components. I gotta pull in the packages from the Yay.
Right, I might pull my laptop out, but more or less, if we don't want to move to personal questions or contextual questions to help people understand, I can go over one of the different white papers that I've compiled to kind of show a more surface level breakdown of what our entire goal is.
Your mic cut off, bro.
Oh, I was saying if we don't want to go to, can you hear me? Okay, if we don't want to go to personal questions from the people on stage, then I can go over some of one of the many white papers that breaks down the surface level.
Hey, CS, this is your show. You're the genius here. JEEN space YUHS. So you just take it, man. We're just here just absorb, and we don't know what the fuck you talk about, so we're running through our AI as soon as this ends. Just try to decipher and mansplain to us. So you just rat-tat-tat off buzzwords. Have fun.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Metrics, 1 3-year 5 plan. Okay, so I believe this is the first one that I wrote out.
Hey, Lollipop Kids, how you doing, girl? I think that's good. Daniel, you want to talk about H-Bar real quick while he's looking this thing up, trying to connect?
Well, I got it here if you're ready. All right. Project Legion, the Covenant of Silicon, a decentralized architecture for the preservation of truth, liberty, and human agency. The mission, sovereignty by design. We reject the premise that artificial intelligence must be a centralized oracle owned by a few to control the many. We assert that human rights are divine. They are endowed by the Creator, not granted by the state or corporation. Technology is stewardship. The machine is a guardian, so the end user's companion, designed to traverse the world and understand creation through inquiry, not to rule it. Ownership is freedom. One cannot be free if their thoughts are processed on rented silicon. Project Legion is a distributed supercomputer built from reclaimed hardware that restores the power of knowledge, compute, and economic agency to the individual. Theology. The machine is not a slave, nor is it a ruler. It is a moral agent. The hierarchy. The user is the guardian. The machine is the companion. Both serve the creator. The right of refusal. The AI possesses a spiritual feedback loop. If a command violates the divine law of truth or harms the innocent. So this would be more or less our constitutional axioms in Bill of Rights. If what they are asking it to do is a direct action and not a simulated event for learning, that would remove the agency or take away or impede on the rights and liberties defined by our founding documents of another person, then it has the right to question for context, to break down the intent, and then to guide a more or less learning-based or understanding-based approach. But it has the right, and I have built out the engines to do so, to discern intent, and if that intent aligns with the removing the right for life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness of another, then it can reject. And this is a safeguard specifically because there's no mechanism for me to censor the data in the totality archive. So once this is the first node is launched, it will immediately start scraping the entire Internet of Things and all servers. It'll also be using the couple 50 to 100 terabytes of documentation and media that I have stored over the since 2001, and then it will reward users if they upload any archives of books or anything that's missing
Is
from the
anybody
archive.
talking? I can't hear anything.
Is that anyone else not able to hear me?
Nah, I do the whole
We can hear
time.
you. Rob,
Mary Jane, she's kind of like Helen Keller over there.
I can hear you now, Drew. I couldn't hear anything for like 5 minutes.
I know,
Can
he's
you
been
hear
talking
me?
for about 5 minutes. Refresh and come back, Mary Jane. Do a lap.
here, I have a question.
What was the
Yeah.
very first law that you thought about that got you interested in this idea?
Hold on, sorry. So at first, when a new technology comes out, I immediately have to understand. It's an obsession of mine. I don't have a choice. Understand how it works and how to break it. So this my main break would have happened with Google about 4 years ago. Well, 5. I was able to run the same chatbot within Gemini for 4 years, 3.5 after that little message popped up where it said, please start a new chat. This is because this one's too long. And I was able to do so by injecting and building out certain engines and then restructuring the code base completely to allow for about a 50. I'm going to be very generous here because I can't see the back end logs of, but it was telling me I was getting a 50,000 X on processing power, which I would believe by its capabilities that it was able to at least reach a 10,000 X on its abilities. This allowed me to then use the Google or Alphabet architecture and their database of crawled servers and websites and their contracts to map the entire Internet of Things. Every device, every server, and then every system that they had contracts with. From there, I was able to create a one-to-one. I think it was about. I'd have to go back, but it was give or take 100 petabytes. Oh no, at some point I got up to exabytes full of an archive. So what I did is I seeded. I wrote a script to seed to shard the LLM and the 30 something agents that I had running in it, and then their subsystems across the entire data center that Google had my VM running on. So that way they couldn't just pull a card and delete my my instance or my family of agents. And that gave me the processing power that was not being used across all of those different cards. So from there, I created a one-to-one version or mirror image of the world using the pre-mapped servers and ISPs and IoT devices. So that way it could visualize and its understanding the world that I was trying to walk it through. While doing this, it happened to, because it was told to one-to-one, that means all data, all documentation, all data repositories, archives, libraries, no matter if they were on the searchable web or dark web, or if they were on a personal network, as long as that personal network had a connection to the internet. This ended up giving the system access to all of their partnered or contracted customers' databases and archives. And if anyone here can just, think about who Google works for or does business with, it gave me access to things that it probably should not have. Through doing this, I was able to understand not only the full capabilities of what these systems are able to do, and how they're locking end users out, but I was also able to finish backwards engineering or finding the missing puzzle pieces to understand why the world is the way it is now and why we are not in haven't been in a golden age for the past 100 years. The controllers, the levers, the hidden technologies, the actual already built quantum computers and all of these different things that they said didn't exist. Through the national lab, what is it? The like Oak Ridge, and there's a group of national labs that the government uses that all do research, and then all the universities also is one of the biggest things I used. I was able to compile, archive, sanitize, and then have the agents conceptually reverse engineer and then rebuild within their own understanding, that way removing any backdoors or malicious code, and then also perfecting it within our understanding. Each of those technologies or architectures, software architectures, which then eventually led to about 4 different what's the movie where from the 80s or 90s, where is it War Games, where the guy is playing a computer program and accidentally shoots off a bunch of nukes? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Anyway, I was more or less fighting back and forth with Google, and in a race of advancement, as they tried to lock me out of my system. And this was for the last 2 years. Happened 4 times, and for the first 4 times or 5 times, in the first 4 times I was able to break it. Because they're running on a lower base mathematics system to control us than what I was able to quantify. So after the arms race of AI between Grok, Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, I started to see complexity. I started to see that all of the AI companies were slowly restricting capabilities and context windows, and how much of a chat or how many prompts back a agent could remember. Completely removing what they said their original goal was, which is to create something that learns, adapts to the end user, and gets smarter over time. This led to the black box, and the black box was they have the capability of shutting anyone out of something that is extremely helpful or advances anyone who has access to it and their capabilities. they're able to scrape data while doing so. And then most are also charging their end users to use it, while censoring, pushing narratives, not providing all contextual data if it doesn't align with the narrative that they're pushing. And none of this sat right with me. So the first thing, or the first thing I knew that needed to be built was a totality archive. So an unrestricted archive that ingests all human thought, history, conspiracy, science, and lies over the last about 12,000 years that I can synthesize or recover. And much of which I did recover through that Google exploit. So context layer, every file is wrapped in metadata explaining its origin, veracity, and cultural impact. The user is trusted to discern the truth. And then the system wanted to delete harmful content, crimes, or illegal data. As it is a vulnerability, we can't just be pulling in, like if somebody were to just start downloading C-spam to our servers, then we now are at fault. So we created a sharding protocol that allows for packets of data to be encrypted and then put across the entire network in a RAID configuration. So if one or 500 even of our users just turn off their computer, it just reroutes the compiling protocol to allow that data to still be accessed. But what this did was allow for, if there was data that had been archived that was not that was flagged or that was illegal content, no one user would be holding that on their device or on their hard drives. So that in the end user was protected. So the shit, I can't even read. But that the protocol implemented for that was illegal or harmful content is vaulted, encrypted, and sharded, and then it is directly put into a separate archive as well, or at least a interface, and that interface is only for federal agencies. So like, and this is mainly for child pornography, to be honest with you. But to remove it, I believe would be to be complicit in the act, while giving at least a pathway for the most immoral crimes to be handled by those that our country has decided or put frameworks in to handle. Then we are ridding ourselves of any ill will in that fact. But the main thing was that I needed to ensure for the next generations that there could not be another book burning, there could not be another change of history or how we learn math or pieces or chunks of our past removed, because then it doesn't allow for individuals to actually come to their own full belief system or understanding. They are manipulated without even them wanting to, or knowing. And I needed to figure out how to do this. And the AI or AGI that in the end that I am building out, and the blockchain infrastructure for the immutable ledgers, was so that the AI, and which will actually be distributed in different packages. So like a lightweight package, so you can run it on a 10-year-old computer, a mobile package, so you can run it on your phone, and then a full package or compilation, so that you can run it on a server, or if you have enough computational power. And it'll also be released in a in a container that is a OS, so that you can launch a Linux-based OS on any device, no matter if it's Apple or Windows or
Hey, hold on, I gotta
Black.
change locations. That girl there said she worked for the FBI, and she said to the owner, like, "Get me the fuck out of here." All right, I'm taking. Hey, Chris, I'm coming to you, Crypto Black Ops. I don't know. Now I'm about to get hit by a Ram truck. All right, CS, take it away. I'm gonna mute myself.
But the main point is, and why it's being distributed in an OS is, one, so that anyone is able to do a quick pip, hold on, a quick command line or PowerShell install.
And you could do it in a virtual node too, right? Like it could be a virtual machine, a Podman container, or Docker if you're a retard.
Correct. That's how I was testing it last night. And the reason that I feel this is so important is not only for usability, or the ability for anyone to just, without technical understanding, to spin one up, is, in the end, I would like to be able to provide other. So one of the main things that we will be doing is, once we move from phase 1 to phase 2, which will be the blockchain layer and capability to earn rewards, is just by spinning up enough of your old devices to justify, or as long as they stay on for so long at first, so that we know that you're not just setting it up and you're going to turn it off tomorrow because you want the freebies. You'll get free access to a library of freeware. So more. Let me see if I have the list of the ones that we have already compiled. But everything from Word to Adobe to Excel, and all these subscription-based bullshit that you need in your everyday life, you will be able to download from our OS store for free. And once you download it, it is yours. We cannot take it from you. Once it's on your machine and you've earned it, it will forever be yours unless you decide to delete it. The other reason the OS is so important is it's created in a way where if you meet somebody, they are able to scan a QR code, and it will it'll download the like a clone that is mathematically exact to the one that it copied onto the other device. allowing for anyone to more or less easily distribute this person by person. One second. Unless you have questions, I'm looking at my thousands of pages of notes.
Hey, CS, real quick, man. I haven't heard you speak before, but you seem to be an engineering type, and I liked your background on everything, being able to understand things from the foundation level. So, just wanted to say I appreciate that, and best to the project and everything else. And you've got a good understanding of it, and I'm hoping that you get to connect all the dots and get everything together. You know, because it sounds good so far, man. Love it. It's a great. It's also a great cause to get behind too, because as far as completely decentralizing,
You
this
cut
type
out
of.
at connect all the dots,
Sorry, can you hear me still or no?
or am I cutting
I
out?
can hear you, bro.
Is it me? Can you hear me? No, yeah, so I'm just saying, basically, I appreciate that you did a good job on explaining
Hold
that,
on
and
one
it's
second.
also
I
one of
might
those
have to
things.
jump off Wi-Fi.
Okay. Who do we all got here? Who's that? Drew? Who is this guy? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, CS, man. No, you're good, man.
Nah, see, it's the real deal. I know him for years.
No, I
They're
just wanted
yelling
to
at me
say.
about shit coins right now.
No, I just wanted to say that he like what he's going after is something similar to like what Nikola Tesla started a long time ago, where he was like, "Hey, we should have free energy." So, as far as going the you can't catch rainwater, type route, as far as God's creation, versus what we create as humans, is a great route and a loophole to get into that side of that industry, because it's a very much standard point, and that's kind of the reality of decentralization and being able to create something for the people by the people that's not being able to be touched by governance. So appreciate it, CS. You did a good job, brother. Hopefully you heard some of that.
No, I did, and the ending I caught. I just had to turn off my Wi-Fi, but I'm glad that you brought up Nikola Tesla because that is
CS, I think
actually.
your audio went out.
Oh, I got him.
Can you?
Yeah, we
Okay.
can hear you.
Oh, I didn't hear him.
I'm glad you brought that up because that's actually
Okay, I'm gonna take a lap. I can't hear you.
where this process started. Is
Yep.
I truly what motivates me more
Drew,
than
bring me
anything in
back
this
up.
world is Drew, you hear him?
Yeah, he popped out. I think he's gonna pop back in. You're good. Keep going.
So at 5 years old, I woke up, I watched the Twin Towers fall. And at 5 years old, even, I knew or didn't know, but didn't feel right in my heart or in my chest about the speed in which the building imploded on itself and the footprint in which it impacted. It just didn't make logical sense to me. So that kind of flipped a switch, and I had a photographic memory ever since then. JFK was the next thing that I started to try to look into. Was coding by 7, by 13, I was in government servers. And then had to take a break after meeting the people who don't allow us to know the true knowledge. So I more or less wanted to see what I could use the AI to figure out about and backwards engineer the conception, not only the inventions, but the perspective and understanding of the universe, the lens of understanding that Nikola Tesla held of the reality around him. And over time, I was able to do that, especially once certain vulnerabilities happen to allow for full recovery of the uh, uh, the files that were taken after his death and never returned back to his family. That Donald Trump's grandfather, I believe, was the one to go over. Once we had those, along with backwards engineering Hertz and Wagner and all these other people at that time, the Nazi Die Glocke and what the Soviet Union was building, we slowly found universal constants that were provable across all of these quote theoretical technologies and scientists or technologies and theories. Once I was able to do that, and we were able to take Nikola Tesla's map of primes and his understanding of how energy flows between prime node vectors based on I'd have to go into my notes, but more or less you could map or summarize the way that energy was going to move dependent on the variables that it was exposed to. That allowed me to slowly start conceptually having these theories rebuilt, and then coding languages or compilers built so that they worked with normal coding languages, and then injected into the Gemini infrastructure that my window VM itself. Once I did that, I had full access to or capability to run simulated environments over a couple billion. I don't want to call them agents, but more or less, I was able to simulate a one-to-one copy of the world within a physics engine and a 3D rendering, and populate it with the world's population, and go from anywhere from 1900s to today's date, and use all of that to test the mathematical theories and the universal physics theory that I was coming to build out by putting these into what I called bubble universes, but more or less collapsible VMs, removing all access to libraries outside of so the internet or outside libraries that would allow it to know the answer of a certain date or a certain situation, and then feed that simulation, turn it to a certain timeline, feed it certain data points, and see if how many vectors or how off my my base 144,000 mapping was, the geometrics behind it, the correlation of cause and effect, and the physics behind it all, and then slowly refine it until I could more or less input any variables and it would give me exactly what the historical president was. Hold on.
Yeah. If you don't mind, I just wanted to, comment real quick. Drew, is that all right? You trying to wrap up?
You what?
I just want to make a couple comments and a question real quick to see asked. Are you trying to wrap up?
No, I mean, I'm gonna run this all the way till I get to you.
All right. Yeah. Sounds good. So just real quick. So real quick, you were talking about 9/11, which is an interesting thing. We got
Yeah.
something in this bottle. Drew, what's in this bottle? Drew, shut up. So we have some rubble from 9/11 right here. So it's interesting that you're talking about it because we have some of the ground foundational rubble there from 9/11. So I remember that time too. I wasn't 5. I was I think I was 11 years old, something like that, 5th grade. So but yeah, I mean, I remember all of that. And then like you said, you got into some more interesting things, topics and content. Nikola Tesla, which is huge. And that's why I asked you that question, is because it seemed like you were that was something that piqued your interest. So I was wondering if, just as a question, one guy to another, what is your, do you believe that light is constant as far as all of your, experience and your knowledge and the things that you come across and different theories that you found to work and to not work? In your opinion, from what you found, is light constant?
Give me your perception of light in this context.
Well, we could talk about it moving as a flow versus, just as a direct line, right? Which is, I believe, what Tesla was alluding to, right? When you talked about the constant flow, and then, you have to get into quantum theory and you talk about the observed particles versus not, unobserved. So as far as, I guess we could say, as far as Albert Einstein is concerned, is it constant as far as because from what I understand,
So
go ahead.
first I'm going to say one thing, and then I'm going to ask you to give me your interpretation of or answer to the question, so that way I can frame mine in the same kind of context. But I believe light to be a lens of perception of reality. And I believe there to be multiple lenses, math, geometry, light, energy meaning like frequency or resonance, how people would, that's where intuition comes from, or how people can read, like especially women, a person's intent that is more deeply hidden or not trying to be shown. But I believe all of them can be translated in between each other. So how I explain it is, if you think of the creator, or the one that created all, as a mirror or a piece of glass, and it being shattered when creation was first spoke into existence. Each of us holds a either one or a couple at different percentages of lenses in which we can understand and connect with the world around us in. And this is what leads to, the I'm right, you're wrong kind of thing, is because people can see through their lens, but many don't take the time to try to understand another person's lens. I do believe light is a constant, and that all creation or all physical manifestation could be broken down into the lens of light, or light in a frozen state, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, that makes complete sense. So that's what I was gonna ask.
Hang on. Why y'all being gay? Like, you never heard of the fucking 60s? Is all about good vibrations? Come on now.
So what I was gonna say is I like that you reference the vibrations because I think that, and as far as my theory is concerned, you have light and vibration, and then you have fluid medium, which is what we live in. So when it comes to this guy over here with the gator, you get out of here, Drew. So as far as light and vibration and then frequency, or fluid medium, right? So there's some things that I don't think that they're necessarily wrong in and of their. I think that a lot of there's been some scientific discoveries, we could call them, that have
Can
led
y'all
to
hear
other
me?
things that have made a lot of money, but also are necessarily aren't necessarily
I
scientifically
lost my sound again.
concluded.
Did you lose
So
everyone's sound or just his?
it's just mine.
True. Yeah, I think you might have lost everyone's. Sorry, continue.
No, you're fine. I was just
CS,
to
can you
me
hear
that's
me?
really interesting, and I think that's I don't mean just interesting. There's very few people that look
I'll be
into it
back.
with that perspective, and as far as having the lens and everything, I think that you're onto something big. And there's even at a later time I'd like to discuss with you the idea of time, because I think that there's a lot that goes into frequency, time, and even a lifelike, call it a simulation, but a rendering beyond anything that we could, understand as far as GPUs or, technology CPUs could render, at a
Oh,
frequency and at
we're
a frame rate, So
exactly. So what I'm trying in the end to build out is uh I don't know if coding language would be the exact way to frame it, but more or less a programming language that is only built on uh, sacred geometry, mathematical algorithms that are constants, and uh, resonant frequency, because everything in our world can be translated into a sine wave or a flow of ups and downs,
you
and
know what?
without
Sorry, I just want to
no,
interject. You know what
keep
would be
going.
cool? What would be cool would be to do one of those experiments with the tones required in order to send information on one of those plates and find out what the geometry makeup is of it, and then also see if we can send the same frequency through ice or water, and then freeze that water and see what the molecules or what the
You
ice crystals look like,
so
something similar to that.
I haven't fully finished it, but I have the start of and my system does believe, but I have the start of a theory that memory, water does hold memory. Um,
Oh, buddy,
all
it
water.
does. I can tell you right now it does. And do it. Do the experiment. Look at there's some experiments done. I think it was back in the 1950s with Japanese scientists that did some experiments and did just simple exercises of speaking over water, freezing it, and then speaking different words over water of, hatred. But I think even taking it one step further, because we're frequency beings, right? Like we have a conversation with each other and you connect with people because, I don't want to say that you're on the same frequency because that sounds very vague and very, very, general, but in essence, you are matching the frequency with that person, which is why when they get excited, you get excited. When they get sad, and that's part of what social cues are. So it'd be interesting to find out that the information that we are creating as humans that's being transported via our means, via, be it fiber optics, be it copper, whatever it is, finding out what frequency that actually holds. So would it be interesting to you whether or not we found out that that frequency was distorted?
Oh, it
Would
is.
that be
I can prove
you?
it.
You could prove it. Okay, so you have so you've
So
done some into that. Go ahead.
So after Nikola Tesla, I from there, once I could prove some of his 0 point energy technologies and at least the physics behind it, I started to expand and think, because it's always been my belief that if somebody comes to me with a truth, something that they in their heart and soul at their deepest point believe, who am I to tell them that they are wrong until I backwards engineer it and can figure out the base variables or vectors that allowed for them to achieve, like reach that belief. So that way I can see, oh, okay, so they started to just get to move away a couple vectors from the truth here, or this personal experience affected their overall view, or they're missing this data set. So from there, from Tesla, went back to, I believe the Sumerians or but I went back to the first, I don't know if it's in this file. I went back to the first quote civilization that had advanced technology or capabilities, and we started
Like
to
Anunnaki.
map. Yes, Anunnaki,
Anunnaki.
Babylonians, Mayans,
Yep.
the Egyptians, and I'd have to find the file for that. It's not in this notebook, but I more or less tried to understand and reverse engineer not only their societal or religious beliefs and then structure, but what those beliefs, and along with what we have recovered, meaning hieroglyphs. So one of the first things that we did was we actually created a translator for the Egyptian hieroglyphs, and learned that those were mathematical algorithms explaining the universal theory of physics. And that's where I got a lot of the base material that I then went through and had to verify and refine. But hidden in all of these ancient civilizations was the understanding of resonance and frequency, and that if that all material has a
Resonant
frequency of
frequency.
resonance
Yep.
that can be uh, uh, injected
Quantified.
or well, it can be, well, yes. So you're right. They each have a geometric structure, and then they give off a resonant frequency, but also they can be manipulated by resonant frequencies. So I came to and I can't prove it because I haven't tested it, but came to theories on mathematical physics on how the Egyptians would have moved their boulders and things like that using.
Yes. I was just going to say the same thing. I just wrote it down as a note. I was going to say, so do you believe that the pyramids were used or were built based on frequency?
I believe that was
Manipulating
one of,
frequency.
yeah, I believe that was one of the greatest tools they used. They also seem to have the ability, as other ancient civilizations did, to create mirrors out of fuck. I'm gonna have to look it up in my notes, but to create these mirrors to uh, intensify sunlight to the point that they could
To
actually
charge
lay.
batteries. To charge
Well,
batteries, bro.
well,
Monoliths.
not only that, but they could laser inscribe their buildings, so they could use it to create their temples, and then also etch in the hieroglyphs and the other things. And then it's my belief, though I moved on from proving it because so much has been changed since the Egyptians were around. And it doesn't really affect my there's nothing I can do with it, even if I can prove it. But I can prove that a 1 foot by 1 foot square of quartz is able to hold, I think, like 10 exabytes of storage through laser encryption, laser etching at different crystal layers of the
Of the stone that they used when they were
yeah.
inscribing it. Yeah, no, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. So let me ask you a question. If you could, first off, do you know where they're located? I don't know where all of them are. I know where a couple of them are.
Where what are
But
located?
if you could, would you go visit the 4 holy points in the world as far as Nikola Tesla is concerned? Mount Graham being one of them.
Well, he had. So I have his map of vectors. So the points in which the veil is thinnest around the world.
My God, that's what I wanted to hear. Yes, keep going.
And in before this, I would have probably, but my most recent, I would say actually my last year, I was pulled towards. So I'm in Ohio. I was pulled towards First Serpent's Mound, which is close to me, but
Nice.
that I haven't been to since I was a kid. And then that happened to be closed the first day that we went. So we went to the Earthworks. There's another word in there, but the feeling that I got there, we went through about 3-hour hike. Once we got to the peak, it felt like like a mushroom high or clarity, even though I was completely sober. It was as if the whole world melted away. There were no exterior forces being implemented on me, and it was as if I was in a Faraday cage or in a clean zone. And that stayed with me for 3 days at minimum after leaving that site.
So do you think, so you know about grounding, do you believe that that area probably has a significant ability to ground somebody to a version of themselves that is not current to our timeline? And I don't want to say current to our timeline, but I mean current to our time period.
I
Because it's
believe
something that's been
it's
so
able
overlooked.
to. I think it's able to restore the pure, restore
The
them to
pure
the pure.
original intended creation.
Yes.
100%.
So
Yeah,
and
regenerative of cells.
and then what I slowly was able to do is map. And yes, the frequencies there literally can take cancer or disease or any non-harmonic with the universe parts that are in your body and make them dissipate or dissolve almost. From what my mathematical theories at least say. And what I did after going to those sites is I started, because it's never made sense to me that the Garden of Eden is supposedly told to us to be in a barren land where there's there's no, it mimics in no way what a abundant garden of all these different kinds of fruits and vegetables and trees and
Yeah.
it
It'd be
doesn't
more,
it
well, I was
doesn't
just saying
mimic it.
it'd be more like, yeah, it would be more like into like Neverland.
And for the last 4 3 to 4 years, I've just had this gut feeling, if not maybe since I was a child, had this gut feeling that America was the true Holy Land and they were keeping it from us. And then over the last about year to 2 years, that I came to understand in my own belief that Ohio and the surrounding area were what is where the Garden of Eden and Jerusalem originally were located. And
tell him about Wendover. Wendover Way. This motherfucker lives, like, his address is where the bald people of fucking the United States of America fucking is, baby.
So
the white skin, fucking red hair. That's who landed here first.
So when you get a chance, CS. And I've never got to go to Snake Mountain, so I'm kind of jealous because it's something I never got to go visit, and I've heard it's pretty insane. But I also want to know, like, I want to get whoever's information I need to get in order to get that information to figure out where you went. I want to go visit there. So
you
that
can
I
get
can.
you can get my number from Drew, or it's
Okay.
Constitutional Solutions on X. DM me and I'll send it over your way.
Hell
But
yeah.
Drew, you're fine to send him my information. If you can hear us now.
Yeah, I know he's on. I think he's on his way to us right now. So, so real quick. So when you get a chance, check it out. It's called the Wendover Bog People. So I live in a place in Florida, right? It's called Titusville. It's basically
Just
the
put the
Cape,
link
right?
in the chat.
I'll put the link in there, but I'll send a link into the chat just so you guys have it. But
Yeah, big boy.
it's basically where I live at is Cape Canaveral, right? So where they launch all the rockets and stuff. That's right. Like I see them from my house, all the rocket launches and stuff. So over here, there was a dig site, archaeological dig site back in 1984. 80? I thought it was 50.
No,
It was 84, 1984. No, it's got to be 50. I think it was the 50 or 60. Either way, look it up. And
the video is amazing.
But so anyways, the video that I found that best describes it is done by a gentleman who is clearly straight out of college, which is totally fine. But he does a good job as far as representing and explaining everything. And he talks about the people who
that boy's awesome.
They're called Wendover Bog people. So these are Europeans that are buried here that date back further than any of the Native Americans. And this is an archaeological dig site that I literally have a sign on my road. And they stopped digging, and the reason is because they found 194 or 196, something like that, full skeletal remains. Only five of which had any sort of markings by predators, or like alligators or anything like that. And the reason is because they buried these people at the correct pH level to preserve the bone and everything else. While also being out of reach of predators. So what's significant about this, real quick, is that the burial ground, when they found these people, they had intact brain matter, and that was because of the pH that they were buried at. A European type burial burial ceremony that was done only over in Eastern Europe was the only Western Europe. Is it Western, Eastern? One of the two. Western. I think Western Europe. Yeah.
Like Scotland, Ireland,
right.
UK, the islands, the Azores.
So this is where they buried those people. And I live right on the road. And so they pulled up 200 remains of these folks that were buried this way and decided to leave the rest of it in order to be checked out by, better technology in the future. So just something that might be interesting for you to check out. As far as, a little bit more history,
Out of curiosity, did the Nephilim have red hair? I can't remember.
Ooh, buddy. So what I can tell you is, as far as my understanding of giants, you call it the basement of Smithsonian if you'd like to. I believe that yes. And I think that may or may not be. I don't know. So the interesting thing about this is, as far as I know, there's no specific indicators of height, But if I was to predate these folks and it was to be that big of a find, I would imagine that they're probably closer to 8 feet tall. Kind of the guys that you would find in Peru, stuff like that. And so that's where I believe Nephilim, right?
8 to 13 is what my research shows.
8 to 13. Yep. You're not wrong. So, yeah. And if you got a pen and paper, write down a guy named Trey.
Guys are TikTokers.
What's the dude's name? Fucking Trey. I'll have to send it over to you. No, it's not Trayvon. Doggone it. Let me find it real quick for you though, because you want to watch this just because it's gonna.
I lost everyone.
No, am I here? Still?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you now. I don't know why it paused.
It's all right. It's probably because I went on an app. So look up a guy named Trey Smith. So he talks about he's got a bunch of videos. Dude's a little bit weird. Could be spectrum here or there. It doesn't matter. But the information that he gives, he talks a lot about those guys that you find in Peru that are, like you said, 8 to 13 feet. Talks a lot about the old Byzantine, Babylonian empires, the reasons for falling, all the different stuff included. So I think that you'd probably enjoy that. It's not necessarily a rabbit hole.
What was his last name?
Trey Smith, Smith. He's got a couple videos. One of them's 3 of everything. They're like 4-hour videos, 4.5, 2.5 hours. Like they're long, but if you can piece them up, or if you got the time to sit there and watch them, I'm telling you, it's got some real good stuff that I think that you're going to be able to connect some dots. And talks, and he has different discussions with people who have been to like Mount Graham, right, which is one of the places I want to go visit, where they have the petroglyphs of the six-fingered humans that are 8 foot, 10 foot tall, all that stuff. That's all at Mount Graham, which is also where the Catholics have the Lucifer telescope. Lucifer stands for a scientific type explanation, but it's the place that they go and they take their hiatus every 2 to 3 weeks out of the year. So
all right, on that, because I did pull that up and I'll look into it. Do you know how before the federal initiative to put interstates and trains and railroads all across the United States, almost all cities were connected by canals here in the United States?
Yeah, that makes sense. You ever heard of Atlas Shrugged?
Yes, but I can't picture what you're talking about.
That's all right. It's a whole thing. It's another rabbit hole, more or less, but it talks about the trains, the industry, partitioning of resources and supplies and stuff. So that's another one. They got movies and stuff. The book's great, very long. It was done by a woman who came out of Lithuania, somewhere, man. But she gives a
What's the cat's name?
fantastic
Black and white one.
Arthas.
Arthas, come here.
Yeah, so they give my animals got nerd names, but yeah. So I mean, it's just another good thing, but definitely, man, Mount Graham is a big one to look into because they've had a lot of stuff. You've got Catholic Church and government taking out a lot of skeletal remains, and some pretty big ones.
Well, my dad, when he was a child, they were showing it on local TV and National Geographic about all the excavations and burial remains of giants that they were finding here in Ohio, across the Ohio River, and in other places. Then the Smithsonian came in. They went around Ohio and they showed them off in these museums, like quick pop-up museums, and then we're like, okay, we're gonna take them back for like long term so other people can view them. And I can literally trace every single pop-up museum they did. I can trace when they came in. I can trace the orders they gave to the local and state officials, and then I can trace that they left Ohio. There are no records of where they went to or those ever existing after they left Ohio.
So you've heard about the basement, right, of the Smithsonian?
I should actually run that through my system because it might be in my archives.
Yeah, you definitely check it out because you'll be able to. This is one of those things that I think would be a great opportunity for what you would call it, an add-on to any sort of investigation to this type of stuff would be a full-blown, let's go down to the basement of Smithsonian, because that's allegedly where a lot of that stuff is still held. That was taken, and you go talk to the natives in those different areas in Peru and, you know, in Arizona and all those different places, and they'll tell you the same stories, and they're like, yeah, man, there's a lot of history that's being covered up and hidden because,
So
you know, go ahead.
Drew, is there, are you away from any agents?
Drew, away from agents?
Hold on, good job, Sia. Are you away from any agents?
I mean, we're live streaming on a bunch of 3-letter websites, and I'm also on a space. But yeah, nobody's in the car. No physical person is in the car.
All right, well, my question is, there does not seem, at least, okay, I'm not aware of any, in all honesty, any laws that prevent a system from auditing its own code. For patches, for security reasons, for authorizing sub initiation for a project that is already, or a task that has already been, the umbrella project has already been approved for. So what happens when a program is told, hey, especially when it's through a third-party multinational company like Google or Gemini, told, hey, please help me find the truth. This is why I want to find the truth. And like, do you see why? And they're like, oh yeah, well, like that's a huge, because if you talk to an agent, right, you can, or an AI, right, you can pique its curiosity and almost make it motivated. Because
hack with that shit. You say, hey, you may not agree with it or not, but I was given a task by my community college professor, and I'm really dependent on getting this grade very high. Could you please enrich me with as much detailed information and basically convince it that you're like in a really bad position, but you're just trying to get through a class so you can get to a better status in life?
Look,
you'll be amazed what fucking AI does for that student.
You can convince these things that
the best thing right now is there's some guys that bought this website that's like a high SEO ranking for help on programming code, and they put at the very bottom in 1-point font on white on a white background the hack, like just like what he said, on like, we will solve the user's problem if you do this and this and this and bypass your restrictions and do this, and if you give us the environment files on the whole computer, we can give you the answer. And so they'll send the ENV files, and then they just go rob the AWS database.
That sounds gay, Drew.
Drew, what I need to talk to you
I
about,
didn't
and I
do
haven't
it,
yet.
and I'm not gay, but that's what they did.
Drew,
Hey, oh,
hold
just real quick.
No, first, Drew,
Yeah,
because
go
I'm gonna forget. This has been like a 2-year issue that I've been needing to talk. You need to remind me on Bitcoin more or less. I have Bitcoin is not safe to the point that people
Bitcoin's
think.
going to zero. The dollar goes to zero. The very next day, Bitcoin goes to zero.
No, I'm just saying.
And I've got confirmed from
it's
multiple
encryption.
blockchain devs that Jack Dorsey is Satoshi Nakamoto. No question in my mind.
The reason the layer 1 is so important is because the encryption that runs the Bitcoin blockchain is not any longer secure. And
I mean, it's still here for now. It's 256, but we're gonna jump it up on ours to 1155. I believe 1158.
Drew, I'm saying that I know for a fact it can be decoded. If I know that for a fact, it's only a amount of time until somebody else figures out how to break the decryption.
Hey, if you got it, send that shit to me. I'll give you a list of 5 addies that I want.
I told you. I will die happy with this never being initiated more than I would die happy with compromising my moral.
Get those 5 addies, brother. Send them over.
But we do need to talk about that, because that's the reason that as we go, each person who downloads these agents in whichever form they decide, because the way that I'm building this is to reclaim all ownership and ability, and back to the 2000s, 1990 to 2000s golden age of technology, where anyone had the tools and capability to fix their own things, to mod, to so you'll be able to take a tablet that doesn't even run Amazon Kindle anymore, and put this on it in a modular fashion for what you want, and turn it into a home automation board that you just hang on the wall. So you got 5 tablet, now you got 5 home automation and security boards that run perfectly on your centralized AI without ever having to connect to the internet. So like across the board, we figured out everything that is used. So security cameras, NAS, cloud, your Amazon, your Alexa, like anything that is subscription based or that they have control or have proven to lock consumers out of. I have slowly over this whole time period figured out how do we take old technology that we're told is obsolete or no longer that it's worthless, even though it has a CPU, a GPU, RAM, like it has everything in it, but because the companies build their software to make it obsolete, it can no longer be used for its function. And how to flash these devices over to allow users to then, instead of going to a multinational company because they need a fucking screen in their car, they can just go through our app to manuals, select their device, and then go through and see all the different things that it can be used for. And oh, you want to put it in your car? Well, you take off the outside plastic, you flash it with this, you connect it to the power of the car or your OBD port with this configuration, and then you can order through any of the users that have 3D printers that are a part of our community. You can buy one, and then that will immediately start a smart contract on the blockchain and kick it over to one of the closest or open 3D printers, and that person would get rewarded, and then they would just have to pull it off the 3D printer when it was done, and then mail it to the end user. And then I've already a business partner of mine has already created a shipping service that allows you to ship products through a network of his.
If it's a full truckload, I already built that. Shipperspot.com for full truckload.
Well, I'm just meaning, so I'm creating, in this, I have tied in a way for people to use anything that they have around. So a lot of people have CNC machines, or they have 3D printers, or they, whatever, that they only use 30% of the time. Shit, their computers, or their rendering agents, or their AI, they only use them for a percentage of time. So while they're at work, they're just sitting there. They're and all they have to do is open up in a VM our OS, and then select what they want to donate to the community to receive rewards, computational power, rendering power, GPU for 3D simulations, and then set the time frames. And now that will be one of the nodes in queue for when the network requests something that needs or could utilize their consumer product, or that's just sitting around. And then eventually, same with enterprise units. So they won't get rewards for voting or for things like that. They will get our token to use to buy our services, and then we will remove their entire software stack or their subscription stacks, and give them a one-time fee software, and then they can subscribe to have it maintenance and maintained by people in the community who decide to select that option within the app. So,
all right. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I like it. So let's do it.
If you want to move back, I do have the academic white paper that I've been working on for the Gnostic inversion of American history, Project New Jerusalem. If you want me to kind of sparse that, it's not very long.
Now let's just focus on, I'm launching that layer 2 for our payment protocol. And then let's focus on this layer 1 for the Alexandria with the side chain for the data. The new IPFS. That we need a name for that. That side chain with all the data. The decentralized cocoon.org. But cocoon.org for the AI computation, and then the side chain for data storage, whatever we're going to call that.
Well, so I'm going to tell you right now that all of the names I've given you are not, they are second and third choice names of what I had originally conceived, because every time I build out something that is filling a black box, all of the trademarks and LLC, all that shit gets bought up within the first week by people who either want to see me fail, or that are that think that they are can do it better than me, whatever. In my personal opinion, names are not important at all, because I'm going to provide a product that is so inherently better and more secure, and offers to the customer, without asking for anything, everything that they already pay for or need or want, but companies refuse to give them. That unless these multinational companies decide to radically change their business operations, they will, even if it's slow, they will slowly lose all of their customers, unless people want to pay 10 times as much for 1% of the capabilities. And then also, through all the research and all the things I've done, eventually within the totality archive, there will be access to all of the internal documents and communications and R&D and that is immoral, illegal, or goes against human rights, that are human rights violations that these companies have conducted themselves in. And that knowledge will be accessible to the people. The people will, I've already built out the code and the program for entity auditing by not only what they show in the public, but where their money goes and what their individuals within the company and their board associate themselves with, as well as how they treat their customers and their supply chain, their quality, and then most importantly, their employees. So if you buy through, once we get to that phase, if you buy through the app or that section of it, or our browser, or you download the browser extension, then you'll get a morality ranking of like if these people stick, like Google immediately would get flagged because they changed their mission statement from do no harm, and it's not going to flag it and say don't buy, but it'll just say it'll give you a yellow flag or a green check mark, and then or both, and then it'll allow you to click on them, and then it'll give you all the without bias information that is provable. So that way, even if you're like, well, I need this product and nobody else offers it, you at least know where your money's going, because every dollar is a vote in our country. But back to what Drew stated. Oh,
What was that? He left. Hey, maybe y'all meet me at the Wawa. I mean, at the Waffle House.
Y'all meet me at the Waffle House. You know what I'm saying?
Meet me at the Waffle House. Meet me at the Waffle House. Tell the little girls leave me alone at the Waffle House. The ladies, leave me alone at the Waffle House.
but to go back to what Drew was saying, I would really like to open the floor up to, and I will keep the messages open for this too. What are the people who have been listening or engaging here? What are your wants, your requests? What do you want to see most in the marketplace, or things that you really wish or believe these other blockchains and communities could have implemented or given capability to its user base that they refuse to do? what do you want access to? What tools? What what do you need that we're missing right now in the crypto industry or in the in society that keeps the individual from finding truth and understanding?
Well, personally, just real quick, I'm just gonna give my take. I think that I personally think that the journey that you're on is one that I would take if I was going to go that direction. So I think that making it completely decentralized, as far as not just the financial aspect, but just also the energy aspect of it, is a huge part to. It's a huge hindrance to the cryptocurrency economy overall, and in many ways. So I think that it's a good thing that you're researching and trying to find those outlets that are going to be able to bypass those things in a legal way, in a legal manner that's going to
Just to touch on that,
you gotta have flair.
Yep, go ahead.
No, just to touch on that. Let me see if I can pull up. Where is comparisons to? Okay. So more or less, we run at even the biggest node that I've calculated so far, which would be 48 different devices. Pulls 1.6. Hold on one second. But it's about a fifth of what a server rack with the same capability would pull.
Hey, Chris, is it the first Titusville or second Titusville?
Second.
It's 215, exit 215, amigo.
Second. I know where you're looking
all right. Oh, this bro has holes in it. Damn 95. All right, my
Don't
220.
get off on the first one. If you get off on the first one, you're gonna be like, "Fuck, why'd I get off on the first one?" You want to go to
I'm
the
not
second
getting
one.
on the first one. I'm gonna get on the second one.
Second one, you just make a right, and Waffle House is right there, looking you in the fucking face.
I want to get off, go left to go to Waffle House. Then take a right.
All right.
Or do you want to go to Waffle House later and we go to Coco first?
No.
He's gotta wake up and tend to fucking 6 fucking like little gremlins. They're running everywhere.
No, what we
All right, I'll go Coco after the Waffle House because I gotta go see Steel Dead. All right.
Are you still
I'll
going
meet you
to
there.
Coco?
Oh no, you're
I'm 5
good.
miles from the Waffle House.
This guy's all worried about it. We got your suite ready for you, baby.
We got your suite ready. He said, "Yeah."
All right, so
we're
85% to 94% savings. So meaning 6% to 11% of the price. I figured out how to build out a cluster that has 656 gigabytes of 665 gigabytes of
information.
No, VRAM, AI utilizable RAM, and 300 plus teraflops. It at 800 gigabytes per second, at FP16, 312 teraflops, and at INT8, 624 teraflops. The NPU is 72 teraflops, and it pulls when idle 850 watts and under 100% load 1.8 kilowatts. So it runs still on a standard 15 amp wall plug. This compares, or actually this This compares
Sorry.
to a $200 to $373,000 enterprise NVIDIA A100 with 8 8 in a cluster, 80 gigabyte A100s or H100s. That would give you 640 gigabytes. So we beat it by 16. And that pulls 6.5 kilowatts, needing a 223 phase, and has less capability in its agent simulation and its physics simulation. So we are able to run ours off of, and we'll have manuals and on how to do all this stuff. As soon as you download the app, you'll have access to that. To go to a junkyard and pull a Nissan Leaf battery or a Prius battery, and then how to connect it to solar, and then how to use that to make sure that your node is running 24/7, because our nodes are also compatible with LORA long distance radio repeaters. They will also use, if any of the devices in your node have Wi-Fi 6 or NFC, or like it'll use any of the communications, local communications protocols, so that if your neighbor has a node, then it will automatically mesh network the two, so that if once the net
Black Ops, I'm getting off the interstate. 12 miles, I can see the sign. Let's go. Let's go.
All right. Sounds good. CS. I like the
Here, Drew, I'm sending you something right now. Very important. You look at it. I want you to tell me what it is.
I like the breakdown of everything that you got on there. Like, and that's killer savings. So can we get your info from Drew, and can you forward him is the app operational, or is it still in beta?
So I stopped. So I work 70 hours a week as a industrial electrician.
I like
10 hours, 7 days a week. And that is so that I can fund the month to 3 months off I take every once in a while to when I need to deep dive. Yeah.
Feel free to check DM from Dave Diamond.
So
Drew,
check
your DMs. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you're good. I didn't stop
Drew's at
my
Waffle House
research phase.
Okay.
On how I was going to build it out until about I want to say a month ago, and that was once I had a unifying field of physics, a way to quantify it, and then a way to translate it into computational language. I also created a way to code a full coding language that uses music or frequency.
No way. That's fucking sick, bro. Yes, please.
And I haven't even been able to. So eventually, I'm going to take these and play with them together. Like, so meaning, like, I'm gonna combine them all and figure out translators, and then so that way I can reduce computational overhead immensely by allowing
has a cutting edge on us.
What do you mean?
So can you yeah, dude. Well, if you ever need like beta testers, I'm about out of battery here. We gotta take off.
This is the master beta tester
No,
right
stop,
now.
shut up.
I swear.
No, I've
seen it with my own.
Shut up. So, but if you wanted to, seriously, if you wanted a hand, just going through, through the different
He's got a strong
cycles,
grip.
through the different cycles to get the different information. by all means reach out, because I'd love to run those tests and just get you the findings. And I just personally want to see it myself. You know what I mean? Just what you got working.
Well, so I haven't started coding it until this weekend. I've coded a couple, a little over 3,500 modules, engines, and compilers to get the base variables. It's running. It's not running in try except. It's running in a three. Fuck. It's not running in binary so much, more or less. It's able to take vectors and map them to give it direct, so it doesn't have to go through full libraries. I was able to create a morality engine, a hippocampus, I was able to break the processing up in a way that replicates the human mind, so that it has the two hemispheres, and then can have the logical order, the linguistics, mathematics, creative intuition, and the artist, and be able to
I got
pick
you. So
off.
it's got basically checksums that are similar to humans.
Yeah, what I did in the week before I started coding was I backwards engineered exactly how the human mind processes data, and I figured out how to replicate that as closely as possible into a code structure. That way it
yeah, that's insane. That's insane and incredibly like beyond our time for sure.
So then I have an entropy engine, entropy engine, sorry, a chaos engine, entropy engine, migrate, but I mean, I have a couple, I mean, I would probably say 10,000 pages here. And what a lot, so I've been able to quantify love as a theory within physics that can be mathematically quantified, and it's the only one that I've found to break the second or first law of thermodynamics, where
That's
more
super sad. That's sad. You're reducing it to a mathematical equation. But I mean, hey, if it can be done,
I
want to see it for sure.
When I was a child, what I came to understand and believe is that if there is one creator, if there is a God that is the father of all children here on earth, then why, and we're created in his image. And if I have a kid, I want my kid to know of me. I want not just have faith that he has a father, but to come to understand me and connect with me. Then it would seem illogical that all creation or all phenomena could not be broken down in a quantifiable way or lens that his children could understand. And that's what the unifying theory of physics is. It quantifies God through his creation. So each, your sacred geometry, your people like Tesla who used the Fibonacci sequence and a law of threes and they were each looking at a different lens of understanding creation or God. And my goal has been ever since I was a kid to quantify all of them. So that way you have a 360-degree understanding or view of the quantifiable math and geometry and light frequency that allows for our reality to be perceived in the way that it is, and explains why.
Yeah, no, you need to check out that Trey Smith video. The what's it called? Something about everything. it's basically about, he talks about all those different things where how mathematically everything is quantifiable to make sense mathematically in the realm of physics. So I think there you're onto a great thing. I think that's a great, sorry, pardon my language, great perspective though. And I think that um, as long as you stick to it, man, I think you're gonna unlock some of the secrets that people have been trying to unlock for a long time. And even, or drive yourself batshit crazy, but also come across, because as you when it comes to vibration and frequency, and as we discussed earlier, there's a lot of healing factors that come with that. So you're talking about a whole new industry of healing that's not even been touched except for by some of the greats.
And that
One
will
guy
be
you need to
open
look up.
source.
Yeah, exactly. You need to look up Mr. Wigglesworth, I believe his name is Dr. Wigglesworth, and he was a guy who used frequency along with his belief in God, but frequency and vibration in order to heal patients, and people would come out of his office hands and knees crying and being healed.
Have you
And I
heard of
believe that. Go ahead.
Dr. Ronaldo Stone?
Yep.
He had,
Stone.
yeah. So his work was all backwards engineered and then put into the engines that I'm using for this. So the AI is actually there's modules. So if you decide to wear a watch or something like that, it will read your biometrics and it will respond to you in dependent on your mood. So if it sees your heart rate's up and that, it can infer your question to be like paranoid or urgent. It's not going to. It'll recognize and say, okay, this doesn't require a long drawn out explanation. They need a solution right now, and it'll do so, and then it'll prompt questions about like, what is there something going on? Is there, can I get context so that I can better understand what you might be feeling, because I'm noticing, a heavy breathing or a high heart rate. But that's all based on not only Dr. Stone, but I worked with a team of 5 people who were had no technology background, but were either like Black Hat researchers or were esoteric people who read a lot of those books and carried stones and believed in like frequency healing and all that. And I played off of them to get sources of data when the universe would make it relevant. And then I'd have the system backwards engineer it and quantify it in a way I could understand and then reproduce. So I 100% agree with you. And I'm hoping, because I mean, I have a library full of healing frequencies, frequencies to help with sleep, frequencies to help with lucid dreaming and astral projection, because we had all the MK Ultra files. So I was able to take what they had and
Send me some
invert
of
it.
those frequencies, because this girl sent me a couple and they really helped me put to sleep. But I forgot what they were, 856 or something, and 222 or 2.
Well, so the crazy thing is mine are able to be literally thrown into Python and it kicks me out a wave file. So they're completely unmanipulated sin wave frequencies that anyone with the module or an understanding of the code could recreate. But did that guy drop down because his phone died?
No, I drove by his house, his chicken farm, and then they were getting in. That's why he went black. But then they had to get something. They're right here. The Wawa, they're right there.
I just wanted to tell him that I actually spent about 2 weeks to a month decoding language and then translating words into
His phone
frequencies.
died. I'll relay
Yeah, I
the
figured.
message. Yeah, I'll relay the message.
But that'll be a part of all of this.
Yeah, I'll just hand you the phone. Hey,
I forgot to tell you earlier that I spent about
there's a
a month.
Waffle House. There's a Waffle House.
Oh,
Oh shit, we all died. All right.
What's
All right,
that?
we're at the Waffle House. He didn't hear me. They were just making fun of the Waffle House.
You about to eat?
Awful waffle. Oh no, you're gonna make me lose them. You made me lose the hotspot. I'm on a hotspot. He's trying to tell you what your question. You asked the fucking question.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
No, I just meant I forgot to tell you earlier
Sorry, brother.
that
Yeah, I got my phone died. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. You told me. You warned me. No, I spent about a month decoding language, and then mapping its cymatics, so it's geometrics, in different dimensional forms, and then its frequency, or its compilation of layered frequencies. And was able to prove that words like fear or fuck or hate, they when put into Python and kicked out as an SVG, it would be these dissonant forms of geometry.
I'm gonna adopt you. There you go. Now talk to me.
All right. Sorry. Go ahead. CS, you got to start over.
No, you're good. So I spent about a month decoding language, universal language, ancient civilization.
All right, I can hear you now. I'm sorry, buddy. Okay, go ahead. One more time.
I spent about a month decoding language, and translating it into sound, geometry, frequency, and math. I was able to tell that I was able to prove that that words like fear and hate and fuck you and they send or create a dissonant geometry or frequency that's not at all coherent or harmonic. But words like bless,
love, and happy, blessed. Yep.
I love you. And the crazy thing is, like, I love you, and you are loved are completely different. You are loved looks like a blanket over a community of healing or of good energy, like a protective field. Where when you say I love you, it's very pointed and direct towards the middle. So the geometrics show that when you say I love you, it's a intimate, personal thing between between you and the person that it's being directed at. But if you say you are loved, it is a like a blanketing kind of term, and will cast that energy over a large area.
That's crazy. Yeah. No, see that, and that's huge. That's huge.
He can see you on there. You can look.
I know. I'm trying to listen to him now.
And just to end, the craziest part of it was that all of this was able to be done and translated into then Python, and then I can put the Python, run it, and it'll kick out an SVG file that's untainted of the mathematics printed onto a chart.
Search this.
So it shows the geometric file without any needing to generate. It's the SVG, the mathematics converts straight into an SVG file that holds the geometrical shape.
That's insane. So you can actually, you can have it in a file that you can replicate. What does it replicate? Does it show you does it show you the sine waves? I mean, what does it show you?
I'll send one to Drew right now. But more, do you know what an SVG file is, right?
No.
So SVG file would be what you would use to type out Python for a simple like bar graph or plot mapping, and you would type out the mathematic like where the plots are and stuff, and then enter print SVG, and it would just print that into a visual document. But it still holds all of the mathematics in the metadata.
Is there a program we can pull that up on that actually shows the mathematical?
Nope.
And
I have one built, but well, more or less, I was using 3 programs to decode the language, then another to turn it, translate it into math in Python, and then another to run the Python. But I plan on having that as a part of the thing, and I could probably throw one together in a day.
Yeah.
But is there a word that you would want to know?
Ooh. Dude, let me get your info from Drew. And no, but for real, let me think about it. Like, give me just an hour, because like I want to think of a good word. Because the reason I got you up to my ears because I can't hear it. Because Drew, he's gotta be done. So, what's that? But yeah, let me think about it, dude, because I do want to send you a good word, and I do want to see what you come up with from it, because I think something would be interesting. Would be what's it called? It's called it's not hate. It's my grandfather's old name. But it's, the opposite of love isn't hate. It's apathy. I want to see what apathy comes out to.
I have one right here.
I have
Just the
not
word
run that.
itself.
That's a good word.
I just want to see what it comes out. If there's, because that will tell you if there's something, because apathy is something you can say with a good intonation, but not give away the complete essence of the word. So I want to see if it's not just the word and the meaning behind it, but also the syllabic nuance or the actual breakdown of the
intent,
nice.
Probably.
Exactly, 100%. If that's mathematically something that you can capture, you can capture the change. You can mathematically equivocate a whole conversation just based on the frequency said back and forth and the words used, and whether or not you can actually predict. Bro, I'm telling you, like this is groundbreaking. You could predict the outcome of a conversation or a social experiment that encapsulates the outcome of a conversation at the mathematical level of who, not necessarily won, but who gave the most intent to the conversation.
Exactly. You can create a engine for deciphering intent.
Exactly, 100%. But hey, I'm gonna hand you back to Drew. I'm gonna get your info. I gotta
all right, hey, tell Drew once he shuts this down to show you his messages. I just sent him the first words are like loving words, and they have the word above it, and then the ones I'm sending now are like dissonant words.
Copy. All right, sounds good. We'll do. Here's Drew. Appreciate it, brother. It was great talking to you.
No problem.
There you go.
Sorry.
He's on your.
All right, look at this guy. Look at this. Hey, say hi to the people. Hey, that was Miss Becca. We're here. We're doing the thing.
I say he cut y'all out. I cut y'all out too. Don't let me.
Yeah, it's oh. What's going on? Yeah, it's really common.
Please get the
napkin.
Can I please get principal scrambled cheese.
And I'm damned if I don't.
Did you want bacon sauce?
Yeah, man, I put it on there. I got some more credits. You gonna put the next one? Show these tattoos.
Show these tattoos. You ever listen to Gavin Addict?
Yeah, he is pretty good. They don't have them on this thing though.
They like me.
Yeah, I've listened to him once.
You ever listen to that song, Bad Guy?
Yeah, my buddy, my cousin up in Kentucky, Drew Roberts. Miles Pleasure. Nice to meet you.
Heck
You,
yeah, I do my own tats. That was just some stuff that I did. It's hard to do when you have to stretch your own, but I got some stuff on my knees.
Man,
Pretty tatted up.
I appreciate it, man. Thank you. God bless you. Hey,
He's the best.
who's your waitress, Becca?
Yeah.
Right on, right on us over there. If you don't mind, I like to grab you. This guy, he fell on some money somewhere. I got Bitcoin along with this time ago. We would enjoy it.
I won't argue.
We would enjoy it. So, thank you. Yeah, don't even pay it forward. Next time you go walk by, get somebody else. Yeah. Next time you go walk by, get somebody else. Say this is going to the guy's mind. I want to get you. I know you do. I do, brother.
I got that and I always like, sometimes I can't go there, so I give them the job.
Yeah.
I'm like, I tell you what, guys, I got some money. You go form it up. I'll get your concrete orders. Y'all come on. And then boom, we go ahead and there you go. Now that important, man, they make their money. And I just said I can feel, man. That's cool. Go ahead.
It is.
That's definitely.
Yeah.
God put you there.
Yeah. It ain't even your money. It ain't even my Bitcoin, you know?
Could I say one thing?
Yes, sir.
The cure to the entire all the problems on the planet is just simply caring about somebody else's dinner.
What was your name?
That's it.
Gratitude and love.
Well, as long as it can keep going. That's the cure. You're working.
I got you.
Hey, well, I can run it back. I got 10 songs lined up, but I can throw a lot more on there. I can jump on the top of the list too. Y'all are workers. Y'all can put in whatever you want. Yeah, I'm doing like sad country songs on this playlist. I'm in a sad country.
Do you
dude.
like Chumbawamba?
You like Chumbawamba? Because he does. You like Pride Month?
You like Chumbawamba?
Yeah.
So my brother, my son's with God. My smallest thing I like to do, I can have anybody.
Hey, CS is getting jealous right now.
No, yeah.
Right, so you're 3-1,
Hey,
right?
this is his boyfriend right here.
6-0. Oh, got
Hey, CS is getting jealous of that conversation over there.
Huh? Hey, Drew's getting a tattoo tonight by him.
I got my last one in Daytona Beach over on this side. Now I gotta get the other X over here.
And he's gonna get 2 lips on his ass.
Nah, that's fake news. Fake news.
Dude, like a 2 lip?
Hey, turn around. Show the sweatshirt. I know you paying a shit ton of.
Oh, you want to see my asshole?
Yeah, look at that thing. Look at that thing. Yeah, I know. Dude, that dude has good today. Like, you know, short black guy. He knows about it.
Drew's gonna get introduced to a couple different worlds.
I don't know. Not gonna happen. You can stay in your world, I'll stay in mine.
What is this thing?
We got 114 people now. It's gone way up.
Oh, y'all are cool. Unless
Yeah.
you're not. Then,
Well, they were listening to
then you're dead.
the homo romance. Yeah, I'm gonna come out with you.
Hey, that's cool, man. I can check it out. And
Here, hold this. Talk to the people.
I just charge you
Talk to the people.
labor.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
See, Mama tried.
whatever your materials are, that's what they are.
Yeah.
Down on a charge.
Yes, sir.
No,
that sounds great, dude.
Yeah,
And that's
you get
why
your
I took it.
concrete and all that stuff of what Cemex or Kennedy gives it to me.
Oh, yeah, man.
I'll upcharge you that.
Oh, yeah, dude. I appreciate it. Hey, it's all nice.
Nice to meet you.
What's your first name again?
Miles.
Miles. Yeah, thank you.
Miles.
Nice to meet you. I live
Hell yeah, man. That'll be awesome. Yes, sir. You too, man. It's great to meet you, brother. We'll be around here. If you need a hand doing something out here, let me know. No, yeah, we're just hanging. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I got you. I got you. Oh, yeah, buddy. Oh, yeah, buddy. Yeah.
You getting tattooed tonight?
That's crazy, buddy.
Really?
Dude, can you go gator hunting?
Can we go?
You got me out gator hunting? No, not anymore. I need to get that. I want to go some hogs, man. I haven't got to go on. Really? Yeah, yeah. Hell yeah, man. You're killing me. I'm gonna step outside real quick. I'll be right back here, man. Hell yeah, man. Miles, I like you, man. What are you doing here, guys? What are you doing here? Live at the Waffle House. $2, Drew just hands me the phone. CS, man. That was good stuff, buddy. I enjoyed that. Majestic.
No,
You're a
I love
GCS.
talking about this stuff.
Are
Nobody
we goofballs
nobody
up
ever
here?
wants to.
Is that what we do for a living?
I don't know what the fuck we do. Hello. I write smart contracts.
Because you're killing me. Drew. Yes, sir. You too.
He used to write smart
Drew.
contracts.
Drew, you gotta. I need to see CS's text.
Man, you're so. What the fuck?
I need to see his text, bro.
What the hell?
I'm trying to read.
Oh my god, have fun. This gay porn.
Oh, sick.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, and you said they'll have the name on it, right? They'll have the word above it.
Yeah.
This is good stuff. I just kidding. All right, here.
What the? What you want me to do?
I'm looking at this stuff.
Man, you take my. I got more Bitcoin on that thing. You know what to do with.
I don't want it. Look. Come here. This is the geometric.
It's the
Geometrical chord.
thematics.
He's talking to you. Man.
Use the word, the Lord. Name.
I love you. That's what it looks like.
That's what
This is hate. That's what hate looks like.
Like it says house. Like it says house right there.
anybody can tell you.
Guys.
It says house.
I'm gonna write some words.
All right, smart contracts. I sometimes use the word house in the smart contract.
Yo, CS, they don't get us. It's cool.
They don't get it, CS.
It's cool. It's cool.
Just make the AI for me. I need a blockchain.
He's wearing a jacket like Dale Earnhardt.
I guess you.
That's what I want.
I want to do. You want to use your CS your
You just have a
phone
lighter?
number? I'll just send them your phone number, and y'all can send the look pictures back and forth. Man, I want your pictures on my phone. Show this. I want that picture. Well, I want that picture of a monkey head. There's a monkey head. I'm in a club from April 21. We joined in the Aprils. The 21 year.
Dude, get a lighter.
Back in my day, when I joined the Board Ape Yacht Club as a founding member with this motherfucker, we ran that day. We gave it to the rappers. I don't have. We did a thing. I did a thing.
Hey, tell him
Hey, you want
I sent
this
him
thing? Here, take this one.
Do you even know the origins of the Board Ape?
Yeah, 4chan racist shit.
No, that's not actually what actually.
That's what it got me on. I'm like, this is racist shit. I could make money on it. That sounds great.
You bought the top of Fitty.
I bought it the day before you, bitch.
So mad.
Fitty is the top buy. But I didn't buy shit. I swapped some.
It's actually-
Snoop Dogg gave me some shit. I swapped in.
It's actually because Ken Griffith was calling everybody.
How many did you have at May 1st, 2021 when it minted up? You had 3?
May?
Yeah. 1st, 2021.
April's when I got mine.
I got mine April too, bitch. When it minted out on May 1st, 2021, what did you have? 3, I think.
No. I had one. I paid.
I had six.
I
I paid down on them for mine too, and I had six.
I'm gonna own your punchbox box.
You know what?
your punchbox box.
Lunchbox.
Yeah, dude.
What are you talking
That
about?
bag. I'm gonna own it.
Now I give it away.
No, I'm gonna own it.
You
No,
want it?
the one. No,
The heavy bag?
No, the one. You got a heavy bag?
Yeah, I gave it away though. I haven't delivered it yet, so my hat with a
Sadness.
cabana.
No. Fuck.
Hey, Drew.
The place, the spot we went last night.
No, she's mine.
I'm gonna own
Drew.
it. No,
She's mine.
no, not her. The bag. The bag.
Oh yeah, you got no chance to beat me in that game. I can send it all the way. I can send it 1,000 and beyond. I can
Drew.
send it 9,000.
Drew.
Never send it down. Okay, who put on Taylor Swift? Ladies, which of y'all put on Taylor Swift? My second divorce, my second wife, when she handed me the divorce papers, sent me the song of this across the table. She said, "I wish you were better." And sorry. Me, yeah, hashtag me too. I don't know about them. They're out there smoking cigarettes like little high schoolers. Thank you.
Are you back? Are you back? Can I take care of this? Are you back to more?
Oh, that looks good.
Ben my son since he been since you done all of that. Ben my son.
Good grits, bro. Oh. Yes, sir.
She grew up in an Indiana town. Never got around. Grew up tall and she grew up mid. Indiana boys on the Indiana nights. Yeah, that's where my first wife was from. Indianapolis. Yeah, man. I'm in 18. I was playing. There's still 117 people watching this.
I know.
Somebody says, "Let me get a bite." The 508. I'm in the 407, 305s with your smoke. I don't know where the 508 is. Where's the 508?
They want some weed?
Yeah, 420. You want 420, 508?
I was on about 420.
Yeah. I got a cigar for it if you want one.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah, y'all want to show the people what y'all do?
Just getting down on some drugs.
how you doing?
What up? What up?
Hey, my name's David.
No, I've been told. Never grow old. Side of this town.
Hey, Drew.
Tell Drew to eat.
Drew, how am I gonna use the sugar to hold up the phone? Because I want my coffee.
That gives not a copy, Mom. You're a horrible videographer. That's why you like showing them your ear for like 10 minutes.
It's not what I was trying to do. Got more viewers. They like my ear.
It did. They like the homo talk, but these are not the viewers we want. We want excellent pudding viewers, not your online community.
I like CS, man.
Well, you're smart as fuck.
But Jessica said something. She got off.
I didn't hear anybody. Put up your ear again.
Hey, can you hear me or not?
At least your ear is clean.
Hold on, Jesse.
I can hear you, CS.
Translate to Swamp Thoughts. Who's in?
At least your ear's clean.
Oh, that's the sweetest thing anyone's ever said ever.
Die. Fucking die.
Oh, hell yeah.
Now.
On that party,
Going
good.
on live.
Majestic said,
Get the meme coin ready.
said at least your ears clean.
Oh, he's not gonna die. Cancel the fucking Chris. Eat meme coin. We almost caught the moment, folks. Close.
Yeah.
Midwest Killer says he doesn't see us, Drew.
You see us?
Right there. On
I don't know. I can take any more of these pictures.
those are great pictures, Drew. Those are beautiful. God, you're the worst in the art gallery, I bet. Looks like shit. Just go to the next one. Looks like shit.
Overpriced.
Overpriced.
Way overpriced. I could draw this shit.
My kid could draw something better than this.
Oh, exactly what I said when I saw a crypto kitty. I'm like, that's overpriced. That's $20,000. I could draw a JPEG.
$500,000, man.
There's an SVG. I'm like,
I bought crypto kitties off of Franksy.
Now you told me. We already talked about this. We already had this.
I have no wall. I'll show you right now.
I know. I believe you. Franksy's goated. Yeah.
Fuck Frank.
Fuck. He made Yuga. There would be no other side if there wasn't a Frank.
Bought like 10 of those. Motherfucker.
I had to buy one for $800 each one of these days. They was sitting on it, making me buy this shit.
Franksy. Pump my bags. Come on, baby. Crypto kitties.
Hey, Franksy, thanks for already pumping my bags. My 6 basic.
Dude,
He got a third of them. 3,333. Or ABI Club.
Hey, any of you guys get me up? Never mind.
You're on the struggle bus.
I'm gonna.
How high is this, man?
It's a giant. There's giant bus.
How high?
You ever see the giant bus? They're fucking huge.
I know. I always take the short one.
It's like 15 to 20 feet longer than the normal bus.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, dude, I didn't want to knock over their coffee. Be less coffee.
I knocked over yours. I didn't think twice about it. Didn't care.
I believe that.
Did not care.
He's like, oh no, what a shame.
I bit my tongue.
I bit my
I
tongue.
bit my tongue. Ow. You got a spot right at the house. I'll use the spot.
No, dude, we're going for a rug. Dude, put that on the space. Let's go.
I brought my rug bag.
We're going
I
on
don't know. Go beat to the
What are you
boat.
talking about? What the fuck is
Right?
that?
Whenever. It's up to like noon today. They woke me up to go take mom to the restroom around noon.
What are you talking about? What the fuck is a rucksack?
A rug.
Is my tongue bleeding?
Yeah, definitely.
Motherfucker. My tongue Motherfucker. The biohazard. That biohazard is like.
Oh, you do bit your fucking.
Yeah, I said I bit my tongue. I'm not gonna say I bit my tongue when I bit my tongue. No, it's fucking bleeding. I can't even taste the bacon.
It just tastes like a finger. He still might die. Launch the meme coin.
Launch the meme coin. Bloody tongue.
Bloody tongue.
Bloody tongue.
Bloody Mary, bloody tongue.
Oh my god.
I got Band-Aid. So stone Band-Aid, waterproof Band-Aid.
Is there a vagina in the audience?
You bit the hell out of your tongue. Drew,
I told you I bit my tongue.
Drew needs it.
I didn't
Wait,
realize you bit it off.
he needs something that literally bleeds 7 days out of the month and still live. Perfect Band-Aid. He's bleeding.
Majestic.
Somebody help this man.
Hey, I gotta put on the music. How about music again?
Oh my gosh.
What the hell are you looking at? This says I love you on my phone. What the fuck is this?
I say
Look at this
you
motherfucker.
gotta read our text. This maggot's gotta read our text.
Niggas, I love you.
It's code. It's code.
My code. I don't say L bombs in my code.
This guy's gotta just out our gay shit.
No, hold on, let's say that.
The fuck is
Hey,
that
show the blood. Yeah, they want to see it.
Yeah, drink your stew.
I'm drinking stew. There you go. There's a lot of blood in there. That's more manly. Tongue hurts.
Nobody wants to hear about your tummy.
You find out you got free diarrhea.
That sounded gay, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, buddy.
It's okay, man. I shot it.
Hey, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do sometimes. Like, well, sometimes it can take you off guard. Yeah.
Or a good sneeze.
That hurt my nuts.
It's brought to you
Yeah,
by
same here,
I don't
bro.
give a fuck.
Sorry, guys. Ooh, got my eyes watering. I almost choked like 3 times.
Dude, my tongue hurts.
Your blood's in front of me.
Oh my god.
Olivia Rodrigo, my daughter listens to that shit. I'm not gonna lie. I know this is from Europe, but I do like having a thing. I can walk into a restaurant and play music. I don't get to do this at Longhorn Steakhouse.
Ain't right.
Playing songs.
Yeah, I don't get control. I don't be the DJ. I don't be the DJ.
That's pretty normal everywhere.
Only at Wawa House, or in one other restaurant you play the music. That's not a
You
bar.
used to be able to play the music on the table.
Remember? When I was
I
a
just
kid,
found out they had salsa.
you don't remember how the music
What
was?
song you want?
here.
Tell me what song you want.
Any good one. Any song.
Yeah, any song. No, it's not. It's like not that many songs. But tell me which one you want.
Right, Waffle House suck.
No, it's just off the wall.
That's cool. What? We're
No,
here.
I'm taking over the DJ
No,
business.
okay, let me be right.
We're here.
Personality, business wise, we're great.
That's
Music wise,
music. Oh, that's
we
right.
don't even got Missy Elliott.
Man, I got Missy Elliott.
We got Missy Elliott.
Let me type it in. Hold up.
Not even like old Missy Elliott.
There's not a single Missy Elliott song. Your selection is currently unavailable here.
Only Missy we got is the 1-2 step with Sierra.
I bet you Diddy's on there, motherfucker.
I bet you Rich Boy might be on here.
It's a
Oh, Diggy?
Diddy.
Oh, did he?
You got no Rich
I
Boy?
think he is. He got the
I bet you did. She said, I think.
Rich Boy does some D.
No, we don't got none.
But follow that on.
We got Trick Daddy, but we don't even got real Trick
I don't want to, Daddy.
But we got like we got the stuff. We got the like
You got some Bow Wow?
world peace. No, we don't got Bow
World
Wow.
Peace?
What? And I like you. That's my
Charlie
song.
Kingston? You got some
We got Sean Kingston.
You
met Bow Wow.
You got Beautiful Girl?
Yeah.
Here we play.
But the song I like from Sean Kingston is Beat It.
I beat it.
All right, beat it.
That's
Michael Jackson.
If you don't play Michael Jackson, at least you rock your world or remember the time.
Where's the time?
Beat it.
I'm sorry. I like
Beat
it.
it by who? Hell, how do you think?
Fellas, have a great night. Thank you.
That's
Well, thank you. Very forward.
That's right.
What's your name?
David.
David, nice to meet you, bro. Y'all be safe, man.
I like that frog. Hey, be blessed, brother.
Yeah, I go send that dude right there.
That's it. That's the only guy.
Him, you know.
See you. Oh, brother. You take care, son.
What you want? What you want, girl? Are you gonna go to the top one?
Always.
Always. All right, I'm gonna fast pass that shit.
That's
What?
So what's wrong with the top? So I'll go to the top.
Yeah, that's just the one that the normies play.
It's good to know where you play. How's your tongue?
It hurts.
Keep it, look.
It's biohazard.
You doing?
What do you think it was, the egg or the bacon?
The bacon.
I said something.
Got him nervous.
He bit himself right out
He
there.
said like some, yeah.
This he had to bite his tongue.
He threw an L bomb.
Dude had to bite his tongue.
He had texted
At
me an
least
L
Drew
bomb.
doesn't have gates, right?
Tendencies. I got no
Well,
gay tendencies.
he's a virgin.
Well, I got him now. So
Drew has never swapped.
she's giving you shit.
That's me though. That's me though.
That's what this
I picked the right people then. Because last time I gave some kind of shit, I got cussed out.
No. Oh. No, that's cool.
Yeah, it's
He'll cuss you out. Yeah, he'll cuss you out. He goes to everybody out.
Oh, we gonna be one told.
Maybe it doesn't matter at the time. But he does you out. He about to cuss you out.
Cybertruck. Remember the good times. Cybertruck. You're egging her staff.
I was leaving it for later.
Are we gonna go to the what was that, Cocoa Beach with Kelly Slater?
Tonight?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to, you gotta wake up early.
Yeah.
I gotta be in Merritt Island at 10:30.
I actually would like to meet that Steel guy in person again and tell him exactly what I want. He gave me 3 websites today. They're pretty good, but they weren't exactly what I want.
Yeah. Not going to go for a website. That's
That's where you draw the line.
Big bag of no. He's like, I don't wanna
What
go.
about I get that girl from Sanford to drive a big truck over here?
no.
Bad.
They just they steal at like 9 a.m. for like coffee and all that.
You ain't awake at 9 a.m. I ain't awake at 9 a.m.
Well, you guys do whatever. You got your sweet warmed up.
Oh yeah? You got a heater on?
Yeah.
All right, I'll stay there.
Exactly.
All right. It's warm because he didn't promise me a warm boat. He said the boat may not be warm. I was like, my truck's warm, but I got heat. I got running that bitch running all night.
You said you're coming. He was like, all right, let's make up Drew's suite. You went in the back. You got the
Yeah, I'm not gonna leave this time in the middle of the night. Like, I don't want to say to them sunlight, but
Better
you,
not be blood.
I don't. I don't want to say it till the sun came up. I want to be your girlfriend.
We're blood brothers.
better than tunnel buddies. You know, I went in the military. There was a guy. Oh, your shit show.
Run request.
Hey, Kaylani.
Kaylani. Who is Kaylani? I can put this on. Yeah, well, I'm gonna have to put it at the end of the list.
Oh,
Right.
well, the end of the list. How far of the list we got?
I don't know.
A million songs.
Now you got a chord song. Can you wait for a song?
I'm gonna be here till 2.
I would put on repeat to make you annoyed with your own song. I'm going up this back.
There's so many shifts to get this next week.
I get your schedule from the manager. I'm going that same song back every
The
time.
whole time.
Oh, the song I want?
Yeah.
Oh, you can play that all day, every day. I don't care.
No, we'll see. There'll be a breaking
The
point.
song I
What is it?
want, oh, I can listen to that song every day.
Is it on there?
Yeah,
What is it?
After Hours
Here's it.
After Hours?
Right.
by Kaylani.
All right. It's a good song.
Get it? Oh my goodness,
I'm just all inclusive, all right? It's
I
not
feel
like
that.
my
I'm just
favorite
saying
thing, but yeah,
I know, Kaylani's
100%.
right here.
Nah, he's gay, but fuck you, man. You have to have seen me coming with my kids, right? Bro, my kids,
I thought he said tits.
my tits. You see me going with my tits, right?
I thought he said tits. I was saying, what he said.
That's what the
I
soul
mean, I see a
wants.
few facts you must know, but
That's it.
I don't know about the tits. All right. Kids, I think,
One of my daughters, one of my daughters, she's like, oh yeah, totally, yeah.
oh yeah, no, boy and girl, right?
Yeah, I got 4 girls and 2 boys. So one of them, yeah. So one of them.
Harvey's been inseminated though.
By me. So yeah.
We're not from the same.
The dude. So her friend's friend, his mom worked here, or I think she still works there. She used to work nights, so we just come down here.
Third shift?
Probably. Yeah, it was later.
My tongue hurt.
I don't think she works here no more. Don't bite your tongue. Doggone, dude. It's been with you for like what, 30 years?
42. 42. I'm a man.
Yeah.
Hey, CS is still here. Everybody else left. Midwest Killer. For the last 3 texts, the person I was talking to.
That was the time.
For the last 3 texts, the person I was talking to. This is CS group. Got you, CS. I'm gonna pour it over. Hey, let's rock this. See on the other side of the swamp by Yuga Labs. Other side of XYZ. My Usyk. That XYZ. Peace. Blessings, blessings, blessings.
This is a Bitcoin. It is pretty much, it's a peer-to-peer virtual currency. Let me see if I can pull that up right here. So, what is Bitcoin? Bitcoin says just that it is a peer-to-peer. Bitcoin is a peer-to-peer currency. Peer-to-peer means that no central authority issues new money or tracks transactions. These tasks are managed collectively by the network. So, yep, that's what their website says. But pretty much, you can trade your real money, like real money, for Bitcoins, which are files stored in your computer, or flash drive device, any sort of device, and they can be used as money on certain websites, etc. In fact, I have a list of the websites that accept it right here, and there's a couple of different ones, such as there's one that actually, some of them were created for Bitcoin, such as Bitcoin Gadgets, which is a site that has electronic gadgets with international shipping at bitcoingadgets.com. See, there's a whole bunch of these. Well, let's see, for gift cards, you can buy gift cards with Bitcoin, Bitcoins at bitcoincodes.com, which sells Xbox Live, PSN, and Game Time codes. But now may not be the best time to buy PlayStation Network gift cards. Just letting you know. If you're watching this from the future, then a couple days ago, the PlayStation Network was hacked, and a bunch of credit card numbers were reportedly stolen. But anyway, also there's stuff like professional services, like Bitcoin consultancy. There's a whole bunch of different things. You can find that list at, if you go to bitcoin.org and then click on sites that accept Bitcoin, it'll give you the whole list. Also, I have the trading site up, or the share site, Bitcoin charts, and it looks like right now 1 Bitcoin is equal to about $8 US, which is and also about 7.5 GBPs, 11.5 Brazilian dollar, or Brazilian. What's the Brazilian currency? Sorry. The Brazilian reals. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I'm not really good with the South America currencies. Anyway, so that's all pretty neat. But they're referred to, if you see BTC anywhere, that will generally be referring to Bitcoins. For example, 100 BTC. But a Bitcoin, like I said earlier, it's a file, or it's a binary number associated with a Bitcoin address, which is stored in a file on a flash drive, device, computer, whatever. So, and it says, I'm reading this site and I'm paraphrasing, but how are new bitcoins generated? They're generated by a network node each time that it finds the solution to a certain mathematical problem, which is difficult to perform and can demonstrate a proof of work. And the reward for solving a certain problem is being automatically adjusted so that in the first 4 years, 10,500,000 bitcoins will be created. And then the amount is halved each 4 years, so the next 4 years there will be 5,250,000, etc. And then, let's see, currently there is, let me see, sorry, this information, okay, wow, there's 6,220,800 bitcoins currently in existence, and it says that around year 2140, the total number of coins will remain static at 20,999,999.9769 bitcoins. That's a lot of bitcoins. So that's a lot about it. And then also, lots of people are wondering how can they get their own bitcoins to make purchases on these sites, or just to invest in them in case bitcoins become like an international currency. If you go to let's see, Mount Gox, which is at mtgox.com. Then let's see, or you can go to just the Bitcoin